Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are diving into one of the most powerful and creative tools in SolidWorks, the 3D Sketch. We will be learning how to use it step by step by modeling something really cool, a buggy chassis. You will see how 3D Sketch helps us define the frame structure in all directions, that is X, Y, and Z, just like in the real world design. And once the chassis skeleton is ready, we will move to the weldment features to give it a realistic frame look with the structural members. So if you have ever wanted to design a custom frames, roll cage or any tubular structure in SolidWorks, this video is going to make everything super clear. Now let's jump right in and start building our buggy chassis using 3D sketches. But before that, let's know what is 3D sketch. A 3D sketch is a three-dimensional wireframe created directly in 3D space, not restricted to any single plane like front, top, or right. It allows you to draw geometry in all X, Y, and Z directions simultaneously. Let's jump into our SolidWorks interface and let's get started. Now, we are at our SolidWorks interface. The first thing we're gonna do is we will be simply creating the reference sketch. For that, we will be using the 2D sketch. Activate the 2D sketch on top plane. Then activate the center rectangle and create the center rectangle as shown. And then apply dimensions to it. The length approx 200 mm and the width to be 70 mm like this. Now we don't need these lines, so just delete them. Also, let's delete these dimensions. Now select the sketch and then make it for construction purpose and also fix it. That's it. Now our base is ready. Activate the center line tool and create the vertical center lines connecting both the horizontal lines as shown. Basically, we are going to divide our base sketch into three compartments: the front, the middle, and the rear part. So after creating, let's apply dimensions to them. The distance of this second center line from the vertical line to be 50 mm and the distance between both the center lines to be 70 mm like this. Now we have three compartments: the front, the middle, and the rear. This is our base sketch. After that, exit the sketching environment and then let's create the plane. Select the right plane and then press the control key, drag the right plane like this. Then click on this center line to snap the plane on it. And then click on the angles option and specify the angle value of 30 degrees like this. After that, let's create other plane. Again, select the right plane. Then press and hold the control key and drag the right plane. Then click here to snap it. And from the angle option, enter. And from the angle option, make sure 30 is selected. Then click on flip to offset, and that's it. Now again, do the same. Create another plane, then click to snap it on this line. Then click on the angle option and then click on the flip offset option. Then enter 120 degrees, or you can say 150 something, maybe a bit more, then 170 something like this. Now it's perfect. Then let's create the last plane. Click on the right plane and again create another plane and click on this center line to snap it. Then enter the angle value, that is 150 mm. No, 150 seems a bit more inclined, so let's do 160. That's it. Then click on the green tick to confirm the planes. Now we are ready with our base sketch and the planes on it. After that, let's start. This time, activate the 3D sketch like this. Then click on the top plane and make the view normal to the top plane like this. Then select the line tool and create the line connecting both the center lines as shown like this. Then again create one more line on the other side. Now first let's enable the view of the front plane like this. Now select the starting point of both the lines and then select the plane and apply symmetric relation. Once the symmetric relation is applied, you can observe if I move one, the other moves to maintain the symmetry. Now let's apply dimension with this center line, that is 5 mm like this. Now our sketch is fully defined. Again, switch the view normal to the top plane. Then let's create two more lines in the middle part of our reference sketch like this, connecting both the center lines. Now let's apply dimensions between these two lines and the center lines, basically the. Now also make these two lines symmetric with the front plane like this. After that, let's apply dimensions to them. This line from the center line of the reference sketch to be 10 mm, to be 20 mm. Not 20. 20 looks a bit far from these lines, so let's make it 15. Now, that's perfect. And our sketch is fully defined. Make sure while creating 3D sketch, you need to fully define the sketch to avoid any errors. After that, let's create our rear part. For that, we will be using the plane one. So for that, we need to switch the view. Press the spacebar key in your keyboard, and then the orientation tab appears. From that, I'm choosing here the 4-screen view. Here I will be getting the front view, the left view, the top view, and the isometric view. So I can easily create the lines at specific point where I want. Create the lines for the front part. Click on this point and then move the cursor and then switch to the right plane, and you can observe the views in all screens and click to define the second point. And create the another line in a similar way. like this. And from the isometric view, you can observe how the lines are created by rotating the views. Let's make them symmetric from the front plane, like this. Now these lines are symmetric with the front plane. Let's apply dimensions to them. This line to be 55 mm. The angle between this and this center line, 110 degrees. Now you can observe we have defined the lines, length and the angle, but still our sketch is not fully defined because the sketch is not on this plane. To do so, we will apply another relation that is basically on plane. But before that, make sure the equal relation is applied between both the lines. Select this line, then select this point, and then select this plane by pressing and holding the control key and click on plane option. That's it. These lines are now on this plane too, and our sketch is fully defined like this. Now again, activate line tool and let's create some lines for the rear part. From the isometric view, choose the point or choose the starting point, then create the line. You can switch to the right view like this. In a similar way, create another line like this. Now we have created both the lines. Now let's apply dimensions to them. First, let's apply length, that is 60 mm. Then the angle between this line and the center line of the reference sketch, that is 110 mm. Like this. Now let's apply the symmetric and the equal relation. Select this line and then select this line and then the front plane by pressing and holding the control key and apply symmetric relation. Also, let's apply equal relation between them. That's it. Now you can observe we have applied all the relations. After applying equal relation, then again select both the lines and this plane, select on plane option like this. Now you can observe our sketch is now fully defined. Let's move forward and create the other sketch entities. Activate the line tool and then choose the starting point from the isometric view and then switch to the view according to your preference and create the lines as shown. This inclined line and then another line like this. Once the lines are created, select the lines by pressing and holding the Control key, then select this plane, that is front plane, and apply the symmetric relation. Also, let's specify the length of this line, that is 70 mm. And then the angle value of this line with this center line that is on reference sketch, (110°). Now exit the dimension tool and select this line, press and hold the Control key, then select the other line and apply equal relation. Now one more thing is remaining, that is the lines on this plane. Select this line, press and hold Control, and select this line and then this plane, and apply on plane relation. That's it. Our third sketch entity is ready. After that, let's create the sketches on this plane. Now, to do so, again, activate the line tool and then specify the starting point from the isometric view. Then switch to the view according to your preference and create the line like this. And then create another line on the other side like this. Now repeat the same process. Select the line, press and hold the Control key, then select other line and then this plane and apply the symmetric relation. Also, again select these lines and apply the equal relation. Now, then again select these two lines by pressing and holding the Control key, then select this plane 4 and apply on plane relation. That's it. Now activate the dimension tool and specify the length of this line. That is 60 mm. Also the angle between this line and the center line to be 110°. We are ready with our sketch entities on all these planes. You can rotate the isometric view to get the clear understanding of this sketch. Now, let's create some more sketch entities. Activate the line tool and click on this point of the line at the rear plane like this and create the vertical line as shown like this. Then similarly create the line on the other side. Now you can rotate and get the exact idea how the lines are created. After that, let's apply some relations to it. Select both the lines by pressing and holding the Control key, then select the front plane and apply the symmetric relation. Now you can observe the lines get twisted like this, so it's better to undo it. And then let's first apply the dimensions. that is the angle between this and this line. To be 120 degrees. Also, let's specify the length. That is 30 mm, like this. Now, after applying dimensions, let's apply some relations. For that, select this line, press and hold the control key, then select this line, and then apply equal relation. Then select the front plane and apply the symmetric relation. After that, one more thing that needs to be defined is the distance between the end point of both the lines that we created, because we are not going to place it on this plane. So for that, let's create one more line connecting both the endpoints like this. After that, let's specify the length of this line. Activate the dimension tool and enter the length value 75 mm. And that's it. Now our sketch is fully defined. Once this sketch is defined, let's connect all these sketches with a single entity. Activate the line tool, then click on this point, then connect with this point on the plane 3 like this. Then from the plane 2 to plane 3 like this, and then with the plane 1 to plane 4 like this. In a similar way, repeat the process on the other side. From this plane 2 to plane 3, then from plane 4 to plane 3, then from plane 4 to plane 1 like this. Line tool, and now let's slightly adjust this front part. Edit the dimension value to the 40 mm and the angle value to 80 mm. And that's it. Now it's look perfect. After that, let's create some more sketch entities. Activate the line tool, and then connect this point with this point on the baseline as shown like this. Similarly, do this on the other side with this point on the base sketch. Now, after that, let's create some more entities. Activate the line tool and create the line connecting this front end with the other side like this. Now, again, using line tool, create the line connecting the lower side of the front part. After that, again activate the line tool and create the line starting from this point to the lower front part like this. In a similar way, create the line on the other side starting from this point to the lower side of the front part like this. Now it's time to create the upper part in the middle area. To do so, again activate the line tool and create the line starting from this point to the vertically upward like this. You can switch to the views according to your preference. Then create the line on the other side. Now after that, let's apply some relations to them. Select the first line, press and hold the Control key, then select the second line and apply equal relation. Activate the dimension tool. Let's specify some dimensions to it. The length of the line to be 40 mm. Then again activate the line tool and create the lines starting from this point at some specific inclination like this. Later we will apply dimensions to it. In a similar way, create the line on the other side. Now, select the first line, press and hold the Control key, and select the other line. And then select the front plane and apply the symmetric relation like this. After that, again, select the first line, press and hold the Control key, then select the other line and apply equal relation. Then activate the dimension and specify the length of this line. That is 45 mm. Then again, select the line, press and hold the Control key, select the other line, and then select this plane 3 and apply on plane relation like this. And at the last, the angle is remaining. Activate the dimension and apply the angular dimension between these two lines. That is 170 mm. Now once the lines are created, let's connect this line with the previously connected line like this. In a similar way, again connect endpoint of this line with the line we created like this. Now again connect this endpoint with this, and at the last connect this endpoint with the endpoint of this line like this. That's it. Two more frames are remaining. For that, again activate the line tool and create the line starting from this point and connecting this endpoint like this. In a similar way on this side. Then connect this end with the midpoint of this line as shown. You can move the cursor for snapping the midpoint like this. In a similar way on the other side. That's it. Now our buggy chassis is almost ready. To that, let's create the one last thing that is remaining is this cross structure at the rear part. That will be basically done by connecting this point with this one. And then again activate the line tool and connect this point with this similar point on the opposite side like this. Now our chassis is almost ready. After that, hide the planes. And now you can switch back to the one view. Press the spacebar key and then click on the first option like this. And this is how basically we model things using 3D Sketch. Now after completing the chassis, let's move on to the weldment section of this video. Basically, I'm going to apply the structural weldments to this 3D sketch. So for that, basically switch to the weldment tab, and if it is not available by default, just right click on the tabs, then select, and from the tabs option you can click on the weldments to enable or disable it like this. After that, switch to the weldment and structural members option. Then from the standard drop down, choose NSI, and in type choose round tubing, and in size select the first one like this. Then click on the series of the sketch as shown. Now the point to be noted here is the weldment is applied to the series of sketch, means the sketch entity that are connected together in series like this. After that, the first series is complete, then click on the new group option. Then select the other series like this one, then this, then this one, and this. Then again click on new group and select another series like this one, then this one, and this. In a similar way, keep on selecting the series one by one as shown. Now, you can observe the corners are not perfect at all. For making the corners perfect, we need to do a small thing. You can observe at every corner there is a dot. Just click on that dot and the dialog box appears, the corner treatment dialog box. Here you will find all the group entities like group 1, group 2 and group 3. Basically these represents the three group entities that are connected. Also, there is an order of each group, that is trim order 1, trim order 2 and trim order 3. So basically if we want to do a corner treatment like this one that is between first and second, so we need to set the trim order to 1. Like here I'm setting the trim order to 1. You can observe the changes in the model like this, and like this one, this also the one, and like this. Then when you click on the green tick, you can observe the corner is now perfect. In a similar way, let's do for each and every corner that looks imperfect. Just click on the dot from the corner treatment. Set the trim order to 1 for first, for second and third. Setting trim order to 1 is not mandatory. You need to set the trim order according to the requirement. This is because sometimes setting the corner order to 1 makes the corner imperfect. So we need to adjust the corner order accordingly. Like here I am doing 1 because by doing so I am getting the perfect corners. Like this. Keep on doing that till all the corners are perfect. Now, at the last, to this corner. I'm setting the trim value to 1, like this. Now just simply click on the green tick. Now you can observe here the trim order is not applied successfully, so we need to change it. Then from this, select this corner, and you can observe that here I have done all the trim order 1. That is basically not perfect at all, so let's change it and adjust accordingly. Let's say here I'm doing it 1, and then this corner 2, then this corner to 1, and this also 1. Likewise on the other side. It is not perfect till now, so let's again edit it. But before that, let's first do one thing. Let's reduce the size of these pipes. Basically these are having more diameter than expected. I'm going to edit the sketch, that is outside diameter to be 6 mm and the inside diameter to be 3 mm. Then exit the sketching environment, and that's it. You can observe the difference. Now let's edit this component. Here I have set all trim orders to 1, so that's why it is in perfect geometry. So let's edit it. Click on this corner, and here let's adjust the trim order to this 2 and this trim order to 2. That's it. 2 or 3, like this. Now you can observe there's a slight difference. Let's check it. Now this corner needs to be adjusted, so let's again edit it and set the trim order of group 3 to. Now once done, we are ready with our Buggy chassis. We have applied the weldments to our 3D sketch, and now it's time to apply some appearance to it. So for that, first of all, turn on the real view graphics. Then you can apply any appearance you want. Here I'm using this painted red. That's it. We are ready with our Buggy chassis. And this was all about the 3D sketches and how to apply weldments to them. See you next time with another amazing topic.